That wasn't the man I looked at. When I looked at him box on the video and I said, yeah, we'll take him, it was two different fighters. He trained his bollocks off for Tommy. But you know what, it's just what...
I know it is. A big dinosaur like that, 6'8", knockout power. It's not easy, is it? It's not like he's going up against somebody who can't crack or anything like that. It's a tough fight. And anybody at that weight cracks you, you're going to know about it. So, yeah, it's not an easy...
50-50, we should get 60-40 because we've beaten you. You're wearing the L plate to Tommy, but we'll give you a 50-50 split. But don't talk like a prick with the numbers. We know what the fight's worth. I'm not a fool. If you want to fight Tommy, 50-50, anywhere in the world.
Fucking idiot. Plain and simple. I mean, geez, I mean, we've all seen the tantrums he's had. You know, headbutting walls and headbutting people and smashing Perspex glass and holding his balls and saying he's the king of the world and King Kong balls and whatever else. And I was just fed up of it, you know, genuinely. And I
go in there and expect to box and do the best that I can. And if I do that, I only see it going one way.
Over 100 pounds of weight.
But don't forget, at the end of the day, I know people say, oh, you couldn't knock KSI out. KSI wouldn't stand and fight. KSI was flapping all over the ring like a bird.
He'd be a lot more dangerous. Step in with the left foot, step with the back foot as well, and then just run that right hand. Was it a feint or did he just not get there? I mean, either way, make your punches look like feint because he doesn't really try to land the jab. He's just showing it to him so he can get to the right hand. Bring his feet, and that's a lot more dangerous. Even arm punching, though, Eddie can crack.
Jab by Eddie. Throws Johnny back. Nice jab by Johnny. Traded jabs. Now, that was a nice 1-2 there by Eddie. We all know what Eddie's going to do coming into this fight. He's going to be looking for that big right hand, but he's not going to be able to find it if he throws it naked. He needs to hide it behind that jab, and that's if he can catch Tommy Fury, because Tommy is going to be on his bike in this fight.
His ability to go in there and believe that he can go and mix it with these guys. Listen, sparring at the end of the day. And you know, but I know for a fact that both guys appreciated each other's work.
I mean, won't it? If it's a good fun event and you take it for what it is, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in it. You know, I wouldn't be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury to get a...
So the guy you knocked out in sparring, he's understand, okay, I did this silly move, that's how I got knocked out. So I'm gonna have to stop doing these silly moves so I don't get knocked out. So when people come out and say, oh, I've knocked out in sparring, I stopped doing this.
For a reason. When you bring in a sparring partner, they're under orders. And if they're under orders in this particular fight, then these sparring partners have been told, but under no uncertain terms, to go easy. Go through the motions. Don't try and put it...
You know, it's the first time where we consistently had 7 or 8 guys in camp, living in camp, training with him day in, day out. And it made a big difference in the fight. So I think he knows that the way that he's going to improve is time in the gym and also the quality of sparring. And of course, Fury would be outstanding.
John Fury just dropped a bombshell, tearing Eddie Hall's boxing skills to shreds after watching his sparring. He called it nowhere near real boxing, just a beginner in a pro environment. This isn't just a slight, it's a brutal reality check from a man who knows the fight game better than almost anyone. Hall against Tommy Fury could be exposed from the first bell.
Boxing. I know he's going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, you know, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very much. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was the southpaw. It was tricky, but hey, listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator, but he better be high-level enough.
Look, John Fury isn't just shutting down the hype. He's making it crystal clear that ring experience trumps brute size and strength every single time. He's backing Tommy because of pure boxing IQ, footwork, and ring craft. Once those gloves touch, he says, the brutal difference in skill will be undeniable.
Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was what, 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy, but Tommy should win, innit? Like, he should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? Who knows? It makes sense for Tommy.
But here's the kicker. Tommy Fury himself draws that same hard line. He sees a massive chasm between real boxing and the kind of crossover hype that social media thrives on. He believes guys like Eddie Hall simply won't cope when that real pressure lands, when timing, distance, and composure become everything.
Grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons. And they're getting, I mean, Tommy's getting life-changing money. And, you know, how can you, I can't knock that. You know, you're in the ring, it's a dangerous place to be. And, you know, my job is if I see a fight that I feel we can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that. And it gets him, you know, gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think, you know, obviously you know, this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it. So, you know, it's...
Now Wade Plemons breaks down the technical side. He admits Eddie Hall's raw power, if it lands clean, could absolutely be a game changer. But the cold, hard reality, against a sharp boxer like Tommy, even the smallest mistake gets punished instantly. Power alone stops being enough when timing takes over.
Of course I'll watch it. I like Tommy Fury a lot. I'm a Tommy Fury fan. Eddie Hall, I'm an Eddie Hall fan. I like the world's strongest man. A lot of respect for him. Of course I'll watch it. I'll watch it as it's a spectacle in it. It's part of the new bit of circusry that's come into boxing. All these exhibitions, different people from different sports coming in. But for all intents and purposes, as a boxing match, what a load of bollocks. Yeah, I don't think it. I don't like it too much. But I'll watch it because it's like it's interesting in lots of ways. And I think.
On Jones highlights Hall's main weapon, that devastating right hand. The problem? It becomes predictable if not set up properly. Tommy Fury's game plan, we're told, will rely on relentless movement, blistering speed, and ring control to stay out of danger. This is raw power versus technical boxing, where one clean mistake shifts everything.
Tommy is obviously a boxer. Eddie can fight as well, though, to be fair. So, yeah.
You've trained with both of them, though.
What's
the skills? What's the breakdown for this one?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight, so...
And get this, Francis Warren and Simon Jordan both echo the same sentiment. Sparring looks impressive on Instagram, but it's a completely different beast on fight night. Jordan, for his part, admits the spectacle is appealing, but makes it clear he wouldn't want to be in there himself. That alone tells you the danger Hall faces.
World's strongest man, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. He's fighting Tommy Fury. I thought they were mates. They probably are mates. I hope nothing fucking fortune.
Listen, Derek Chisora is brutally honest. Sparring means nothing. He's basically saying those training knockouts don't translate under real pressure. Duke McKenzie backs that up, explaining how sparring partners often work under strict instructions. For Eddie Hall, that means his confidence might be built on controlled environments, not actual war.
A new journey? Yeah, I'm starting my own sort of YouTube boxing channel now, the Duke Box, because I just think, you know, people deserve the truth, and I believe that if you don't try to gaslight people.
Eddie Hearn highlights consistent, high-level training camps as the true path to improvement. Tommy Fury has lived that life for years. Wade Plemons confirms Hall relies on raw power, not fundamentals. He isn't a natural boxer. This is the massive gap. One fighter is adapting, the other is a product of years of elite development.
I was just so fed up. I was trying to get in nowhere with these guys. I'm like, look, you talk the talk, you fucking walk around headbutting and smacking people and punching windows and whatever else. I said, well, why don't you guys fucking put your money where your mouth is for once and fucking do something? And then
Cal acknowledges Hall is massive and dangerous, but still backs Fury's fundamentals. It's size versus skill, and boxing experience usually wins. Frank Warren, on the other hand, frames this as a huge business opportunity. For Hall, it's a step into elite-level exposure where mistakes are punished instantly. Credibility is on the line. Dave Allen calls this exactly what many fans are thinking: a spectacle first, a boxing contest second. Tom Aspinall, in a balanced take, agrees Hall has serious knockout power but still leans towards Fury's lifelong boxing experience. This is control versus chaos, where one mistake could end it, but technical boxing usually finds a way to take over. Now Wade Plemons goes deep into strategy, explaining how Hall would need asterisk to fight. Jab, control distance, set up shots carefully. But without that structure, raw strength becomes painfully predictable. Against a mobile boxer like Fury, simple errors in timing or positioning get punished instantly. This isn't just about power anymore. Here's where it gets absolutely wild. Eddie Hall is speaking with clear frustration, feeling blocked and disrespected. He's tired of the talk, demanding action. But in a boxing ring, emotion alone doesn't win fights. Against a composed Tommy Fury, that frustration could become a critical weakness, leading to rushed attacks and devastating traps. And Tommy Fury, he frames this as a personal family rivalry, almost distancing himself from the emotional buildup. That mindset shows a composed approach, focusing on structure over drama. Hall isn't just fighting a boxer, he's stepping into an established boxing family environment. Execution matters, not emotional narratives. So there you have it. The boxing world is split. Is this a legitimate fight or pure spectacle? John Fury and the experts are unified in their belief that experience and technical skill will overcome raw power and emotion. This isn't just about one fight, it's about the very definition of boxing in the crossover era. Who do you think wins and why? Drop your predictions in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into the wildest matchups in combat sports.